Hello, fleeing tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy 1 Dawn of Souls Solo Challenge Mode Thief Edition with Baku the Thief, and me, BlueAnkylo, of course. So, last episode we did our initial early game, relatively easy stuff. We managed to kill Garland eventually, and we managed to kill 9 pirates after some revives. Today, we're gonna try to get a crown. I don't hold out a lot of hope. This was one of the more difficult sections in the NES runs, but this game is a bit easier than the NES version. I think most people would agree. So we'll see what happens. We could die right here. Gas, they've got stun lock, so there you go, we're stunned. And they deal a heck of a lot more damage than when we were a fighter. Remember when we were a fighter and they did like 1 damage or 2 damage? Yeah, those were the days. Alright, good start. Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Try Not to Suck. So, big groups of wolves, no thanks. Poisonous werewolves, I guess we'll fight that. That's worth some experience, you know, that's fine. 300 of them even. An ambushed by goblins is kind of silly, so let's just run from that. And, you know, most of these fights won't be too bad. What I should really be doing is getting into the habit of healing up and saving when you're on the overworld, especially, all the time. Because, you know, any random encounter could probably kill you when you're a thief. Now, what I really should have grinded up for, and I was kind of thinking about it between episodes, we would get a 5th attack in 2 more level ups, 3 more level ups, somewhere around there, I think. And then we would be doing 5 attacks per round, which sounds ridiculous for how early in the game we are. But I think that would be add enough damage that we would be probably killing ogres in 1 hit reliably. Like, I think they have 100 HP on the dot. So sometimes we can kill them right now, but it's difficult. If we added in an extra 1 attack per turn, I think we would be able to kill them pretty much every time, 1 per turn. So, you know, we got to level up just walking to the Marsh cave, so I can't argue about that anyway. And we got a pretty good lucky no encounter. Now, this will be our first example of trying not to abuse the in-game save system. I will try to do the Marsh Cave as if we were playing it NES legit style, where you can't just save it anywhere. And some of you may say, that's silly, why would you do that? Some of you are like, this game's too easy anyway, I'm not even watching, haha. But I feel like it's fair, because, honestly, saving it after every battle and reloading it when you get a bad fight like this one is a kind of cheapskate strat. So we had to run from our scary fights. We don't just get to reload. The reason those fights are scary, of course, if you don't remember, is every undead enemy in that group could stunlock me. And stunlock is pretty much a death sentence when you don't have any defense. It's a death sentence even if you have defense, honestly. It's if you're alone, you're dead. So I got here first try. Now, I'm going to put a save here because I have 0 confidence we're going to win this next fight. And I want to try it a few times before I give up and go level up. But I'm doing it for you guys. So, I got it wrong. I kept saying wizards and illithids and all kinds of crazy mind flayer names. Nope, pisco demons, whatever. Alright, so they can do 48 damage, 50 damage on a hit. I cannot kill them in 1 hit. So I successfully kill 0 out of 4. Great. Let's try again. 3 is better than 4. Critical hit for 80 is not good. I think they have 80 hit points. So I believe we are a little bit under-leveled for one-shotting them, which is probably what I need here. I'll try a couple more times. Yeah, so this is the group that I wanted. The 2 Pisco Demon encounter is the easiest. And if I could have just killed that guy in 1 hit, we might have had a chance. But I haven't actually seen him one-shot at Pisco Demon yet. Another really lucky fight. Come on. Oh, they got 2 huge hits right off the bat. That's scary. Okay. Also, going first makes a huge difference. We have a chance. Oh, look at it. We got it. Congratulations. You have the crown at level, whatever level that was. 16. I didn't even have to explicitly grind all that much. Not bad. Not bad. That was fortuitous for sure. Getting the small encounter is key, and then getting a little bit lucky on your attacks. Good. Okay. Again, I'm saving it because the odds of winning that fight I'm putting at about 5%, and I don't want to have to redo it if I don't have to. So I will definitely be doing some in-dungeon saving because it's part of the game. Wow, these gargoyles are strong. Holy smokies. But yeah, but I won't be doing just random encounter saving every time kind of thing. Hopefully that's a fair balance, right? So we're going to have to run our way out of this place on our own. It's looking pretty good so far, but you never know. Let's try to kill some gargoyles. They, dang, they hit hard. I don't remember that in the NES version. Oof. We probably need some more level ups pretty soon anyway, but, that crown battle was actually much... Honestly, I had 0 confidence we were even able to win at this level. So the fact that we got that after just a half dozen tries, that's pretty good. Remember the NES. Remember the NES. Honestly, the wizards weren't even that bad in the NES. It was the next battle that the thief could never win. And also remember that actual bosses got a buff in the Dawn of Souls version. So Astos is actually stronger than he used to be. Also remember, it took until about level 23? 21 to 23 was when I thought it was viable in the NES version. Unfortunately, of course, we level up so much faster in this game. If that is required, that won't be nearly as problematic, because in the NES version, by the time you could kill Astos, basically all enemies ran from you. So not only did it take longer in terms of experience, it was hard to find enemies that you could kill before they ran away. So that was an added fun part of the NES Solo Thief. Honestly, we're doing quite well so far. If we can kill Astos, we're laughing. But don't get your hopes up. We got lucky once. Let's see if we can do it twice. Can lightning strike twice? Let's find out right here. The Dark Elf. 30 damage. And dead. Yeah, that's pretty much what you'd expect. Okay, so we'll try a couple times. The real thing that we need is to not get killed immediately by death, and then to not get slowed. If we can manage to pull that off, then we have a chance. A small chance, because the thief is a lot weaker than the fighter. But he's not using magic so far, which is really good for us. Just don't die. Good. Don't get slowed. And we're slowed. We're done. Unless he is dead already, basically. And I forget how many HP he has. It's very hard to recover from being slowed. And because we're a thief, he kills us a lot quicker than when we were the knight. So anyway, I mean, it, again, perhaps is in the realm of possibility that we could win at this level. Maybe. Mostly because we get so many extra attacks. In the NES version, you did not get 4 hits at this level. I think it took level 23 to get 3 hits or something. I forget the exact number, but it took a long time, and we were actually dealing less damage to get... took longer to deal less damage than what we can do right now. So, theoretically, you'd think Astos would be easier, because we're doing a lot more damage than in the NES version. Unfortunately, Astos also has a lot more HP than in the original. In the original, he had, like, less than 200, or somewhere thereabouts. We've done probably over 200 damage already, and we're not getting much past that. Also, I believe his level 2 magic, Fire and Lightning 2, probably deal more damage thanks to intelligence scaling. Whatever his intelligence is buffs the damage from those, which normally would not have been a thing. Alright, one more time where we don't get killed immediately by death, and then if I lose, I will go level up. So that, like, those don't count. In my books, insta-death is just hacks, you know, like... Of course, keeping in mind that when I was playing this in the NES version, I think I still fought Astos approximately 500 times before we killed him. I'm just estimating, but... If we could not be slowed, I still think we'd probably kill him. It was the same problem with the warrior, honestly. You basically died until you didn't get killed by death and didn't get slowed. Once that happened, you had a pretty good chance of killing him. But as long as you're doing no damage, or just killed instantly, then you can't win. So I feel like I want to try now until death misses and slow misses. Like, just to see if I can deal enough damage, assuming we get a little bit better luck. On the statuses. Thanks, epic boss music. Keeping my spirits pumped up. As the death spell kills us every single time, mercilessly. Alright. Maybe we should make a rule that if we get 3 first turn death kills in a row, we run away and go get some level ups. At least level ups feel like progress, right? This doesn't feel like progress at all. Unfortunately, slowed immediately, so... I just don't think it's possible once you're slowed. There's also no way we can heal faster than he can deal damage, so... There's not really any strategy, there never really is in this fight. Unless you have a white mage, then there's a really neat strategy. Alright, not killed. Still slowed. We're basically getting slowed every single time it shows up. I don't know what the odds are. They might decrease with a few level ups, but I don't know by how much or anything. Alright, 3 more tries, and then we'll go level up. 2 more tries, then we'll go level up. He talks a lot more in this version. Alright, 1 more try. So far, so amazing. This is the one. No, we got slowed immediately. Well, alright. I tried, I don't know how many times that was, 20 or 30 times, somewhere in that ballpark. So, how you guys feel about doing some level grinding? We'll be playing in fast mode because ain't got time to play it in slow-mo. And we're getting some really bad fights here. Really pumped up by that music, but just wasn't enough. You know, I should have just made the rule that I'd keep fighting until the music ended. That would have been smart. You guys make that rule when you're playing. That'd be a good rule. BlueAnkylo would approve. Alright, we're gonna have to use some potions. Money isn't really a very big deal in a Thief run. Like, there's not very much equipment the Thief can equip, so saving up money doesn't really make too much difference. But, I think I'll be wanting to buy a silver ring as soon as I get to the next town, which is probably going to take a while. And that'll cost a bit. There's not much else you can buy, though. Actually, money's pointless. We're going to go to the Dwarf Cave before the next town. It has lots of money. So, do whatever you want. Don't worry about money. Use potions if that's what you want to do. It's fast. Oh, I can win this fight if I kill the wargs first. Let's see if the wolf fights are worth it. I always remember these things as being a waste of time because there's not enough experience. Let's see. 351. So it's about as good as 2 ogres. And takes like twice as long. So what I'm really looking forward to, and I don't know what level it is exactly, I want to get to the level, which is probably the level we just got to, assuming my math is right, where we get 5 attacks per round. And then I'm going to try Astos again. Yep, that's 5 attacks. So this is a relatively good damage bump, and this is where I figured we'd be killing ogres in 1 hit. So, with that said, let's go try Astos again. I would suggest if you're playing along, because that really didn't take very long, you should probably just get to level 18 before you fight Astos, because that took all of... Well, I mean, remember, I'm playing in pretty high speed, but did I not save yet? Even if you're playing along like on a literal Game Boy Advance, good for you for doing that, by the way. But even if you're playing on the actual cartridge at normal speed, that took like 10 minutes to get to the higher level. So, seriously, spend the 10 minutes, get the level, and then fight Astos, because 5 attacks is a pretty big jump. And it does mean, theoretically, another point of strength. If we had another point of strength or 2, might be another 1 or 2 damage per hit, or however the math works out. I'll still fight, you know, we're gonna need level ups. The Lich is gonna be a friggin' nightmare. The Astos was always the worst for me, but the Lich is no joke anyway either, so. And honestly, I think the Fiends got an even bigger buff to HP than the Astos did, like the lesser bosses. So in this version, the Lich could be way more difficult than Astos for the Thief, but we'll see. We also have more access to good experience grinding as soon as we win this fight. So that's kind of why I don't want to do a lot of grinding here if I can avoid it. I'd rather kill him, get to the better XP zones, and use them. Technically, there's the Power Peninsula, but, you know. I try to avoid it when I can. Alright, Astos. We're back. We're black. We're dead already. Good start. Alright. Astos. I've come to bargain. Astos. I've come to bargain. Astos. I've come to bargain. It's okay. Astos, I've come to bargain. There we go. We got it. He's dead. We're doing 50 whole points of damage. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it as soon as I saw us not get killed immediately. Haha! Alright, so yeah, like I said, considerably better odds once you're level 18. I guarantee it. Maybe not easy. It might still take you half a dozen attempts. But at level 15 or 16, it's seemingly very unlikely. But at level 18, it's like, yeah, you could probably do it. Okay, good. That's a lot better than the NES version. Like, it's hard to explain how long it takes to level up in the NES solo Thief run to actually be strong enough to kill Astos. And he has less HP. So, yeah, no, that was good. That was promising. We're seeing a nice little divergence between the NES solo runs, and also keeping in mind that the solo fighter pretty much killed him. Well, it took him a few tries too, because he kept getting slowed and insta-death killed as well. Just, he had the physical defense to not take damage from the normal hits, so the fights lasted a lot longer as the warrior. With the Thief, we have to win fast, because we can't take the hits. Okay, so now that we've got the crystal, crown first, then we get the crystal, then we come up here, we go find the blind witch. No tropes here, not today. Yeah, we're doing, this is good. Like, honestly, I was kind of thinking episode 2 was just gonna be prepping for fighting Astos, but looks like we're gonna actually make some progress today. Proof that the Dawn of Souls Thief is not as bad as the NES Thief. Alright, here you go, Matoya. Stop crashing into everything. Have a crystal. And thank you for the potion. And I will also pick up my free potions, finally. All the potions. Don't forget, you can always talk to the brooms. They will tell you all kinds of super secrets, like how to look at the world map, which I didn't even show you a single time on the Knight solo run. Or the Warrior Soldier, whatever you want to call it. Because, I don't need a map. I know where I'm going, guys. I'm pretty sure, by now, on the 50th playthrough of Final Fantasy 1 in one of its multitude of forms, I'm pretty sure I know how to make it through. Honestly, I could have beaten the game 100 times by now. I don't even know. If you counted Dawn of Souls, as well as the NES original and playing it on the console, playing it on the emulators, playing on Game Boy Advance, whatever, all the different ways you can play the game, PlayStation 1, maybe there's a port for the Steam or something, I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised if I've beaten it 100 times by now. That's kind of sad? No, it's not sad, it's cool. My favorite, it's probably, is it my favorite game? When I say that, I don't know. I've got a lot of games that are my favorite game, so it's one of my favorite games. Okay, so anyway, now that we've gone on that rabbit hole, let's heal up the sleeping elf dude, whatever. Give me your keys, and let's go. So, with the key, technically, we could go to the bottom of the Marsh cave and get a free silver ring. But I probably won't bother with that. What we will do is go... Of course, go to Castle Corneria, because we need the TNT or nitro powder, because Corneria hoards its wealth and refuses to let the dwarves build a canal. They like being isolated from the rest of the world. Either that, or these doors have been locked for millennia, and this nitro powder's probably gone bad. Who knows how long it's been since the elves let them open their own doors. Oh yeah, the saber. So that's technically an upgrade, I think. It's not. It's exactly what we've got equipped. Good job, Blue, for remembering. The victory music threw me off. So, if you're playing a thief, this is one of those times where it's actually basically vital that you go up to Castle Ordeals. Usually, you can skip these locked doors because they don't... I don't think there's any character other than a thief that actually needs the weapons behind them. Basically, everyone else either can't even equip them or can equip something better. The thief is pretty much the only class that has any value from the rune blade. And if I remember correctly, he has 0 value from the wereblade, but I'll pick it up anyway. So that's, or the werebuster, whatever you want to call it. Let me see. Yep, cannot equip the werebuster, but the rune blade is an upgrade, and it's going to be very important for the next big boss. So make sure you bring that, and do not sell it, or else, honestly, you're probably going to restart your run. I'll explain it later, but suffice to say, in my understanding of the Solo Thief Challenge, the rune blade is mandatory. Or you level grind to level 60 or something ridiculous. You can always level grind higher and then you don't need stuff. It's mandatory for sane runs where you don't have to friggin' level up forever. I mean, it's like, you know how it is in RPGs. You can always say you have to get this one item, and someone will go, I didn't. I just got to level 99 and I can do everything barehanded with my eyes shut. But, I mean, that's kind of silly, right? I killed swine for 1 experience for a whole year and eventually got to level 20. Probably about as good as you get. Thank goodness for exponential XP curves. I'm just saying, basically, fighting imps, you'll never get to 99. Even though it is technically possible, it's practically insane. So anyway, what are we doing? We're trading, doing some trading quests, doing some looting. The thief, I think, he actually can equip the dragon sword as well. Yeah, so we could get 1 more damage against everything, and good bonus damage against dragons. Joke's on you, there's no dragons you're going to fight at the low levels, and by the time you're fighting dragons, you probably want a better weapon anyway. So it's kind of a dumb weapon. The rune blade, though, is effective against spellcasters, of which there are many. And I will take the -1 damage for a significant, and I don't know the exact number, but a significant bonus damage to spellcasters. I think it's like plus 50%-ish, but I don't know for sure. It could be plus 10%, it could be plus... Well, it's more than plus 10. I would say between plus 50 and plus 100, actually. Because it's quite noticeable when you hit someone that's weak to it. Anyway, that's done. It might be like plus 50% damage after the attack minus defense calculations. And that makes it feel even better than you'd think. Or something. I don't know. But it might be, you know, it could be one, it could be the other. I don't friggin' know. Someone, I'm sure, knows. And because of the way the internet works, that one person will be telling me I'm wrong on the comment section. In 3, 2, there it is. I see it. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks, buddy. Make me feel dumb. It's all good. I actually don't mind when people correct me on stuff, as long as they're not literally yelling at me about how stupid I am for not knowing some trivial little factoid about a game that, you know, might be 10 years old or 15 years old. I don't know. When did this game come out? Quite a while ago. 20 years, maybe. Anyway, so welcome to Melmond. I distracted myself there a bit. The main thing is the silver armlet, which is the only armor upgrade we're going to get for a while. And it's a pretty good upgrade. We actually have some defense now. So let's sell some of our junk, because it just gets in the way. We can't even equip most of this stuff. Unfortunately, the Thief has a very difficult time actually equipping weapons and armor, so you don't really get to show most of this stuff off, ever. Alright, we'll hold on to the Worm Killer, but we'll sell all the stuff that we can't even equip. And, I don't think you can buy anything on par. The Saber is, like, about as... No, we've already had a Saber. Yeah, there's nothing. The Falcon is the weapon that's kind of similar to the Saber. I guess it's better in all ways, yeah. So if you didn't pick up the Rune Blade, I guess you could buy the Falcon, but that sounds dumb. Why would you do that? Don't do that. Go get the good weapon. Get the Dragon Slayer or the Wizard Slayer. One or the other, whatever you prefer. Honestly, get the Rune Blade and don't just listen to Old Blue. Trust me when I say you're gonna need it. So, I'm now going to do a more dangerous stunt. We're going to need to do a couple extra saves for this to work. But, with my amazing knowledge of shop vendors, we're going to go to Crescent Lake and try to power up our Thief just a tiny little bit more, so that we're more prepared for the Earth Cave. Also, this is a pretty good area to level up if you can survive the fights. Which, it looks likely. Not by a whole large margin, but we got, if you didn't see it there, we got 1,700 experience, approximately, which is almost an entire level up for one fight. So, assuming you can survive, this is a pretty cool area. And we're gonna need a few level ups before the next, well, the next big boss, anyway. The Vampire, probably not too bad. But, the Lich, ooh, we're gonna want some perks for that fight. How much money have I got? So there's really two things to come to this city for. The Thief cannot equip any mithril at all, because why would thieves be able to equip anything half useful? But you can equip the Buckler, which is the only shield thieves can equip. But it's a bit more defense, so hey, I'll take it. And the other reason in Dawn of Souls is high potions. And I didn't quite have enough money for the full set, but not too far off. So I think what I'll do is I'll stick around town at least until I can buy 99 of those, because they will make dungeon crawling a lot easier. So we're getting 6 hits per turn. That last level up to 22 got us there. No, the Rune Blade got us there. It's got higher accuracy than before. So, a couple level ups and a better weapon got us an extra attack. This fight, we might not be able to survive. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I was really hoping I'd get my turn in before that Onkeg. So, we're dead. Good. Did I save it recently? I sure did. I knew what I was doing. I knew that I would need to save it. So yeah, these guys used to be called Peds. They are really good for experience, but we're just not strong enough to fight 3 at once. And they come in groups up to 4, so, well, that's kind of an issue, you might say, Blue. Now, we could do some level grinding here. That's not really my purpose. I mean, a couple free level ups definitely wouldn't hurt. We're not going to be... That's going to be impossible. You can also get battles with 2 trolls and 2 minotaurs. Those were always my favorite as a kid in this area, although it's probably too much for a solo thief, but in my childish mind, it was 2 bulls and 2 trolls, and that was my favorite fight for this area. I don't know why, I have favorite fights for different areas. It's a thing I had. Did you guys have favorite fights in your favorite RPGs? I mean, I played a lot of Final Fantasy 1 when I was 5. Like, I had kind of a rule. I'm sure lots of people my age, our generation, whatever you call it. I could only play like for like an hour a day or half hour a day or something, depending on how old I was. So I didn't. It's not like I was sitting around playing video games all day. It's just it was a regular thing. So over the course of a year, I put in quite a few hours, and because the pacing was slower, because I was dumb, I was a little kid and I had a hard time. Can't blame me for struggling on an old NES game that is actually pretty difficult. You know, I spent a lot of time fighting trolls and bulls. Because what else are you going to do? You don't know where to go. The ice cave is terrible. Why would you go to the ice cave? Just get another level up. That'll help, probably. So yeah, this fight sucks. I'm not a huge fan of the all-scorpion cobra fight. Double troll, not bad. Not as good as double troll, double bull, but definitely not bull. Alright, so we got another level up, that's fine. Money might be enough. We're not actually making huge amounts of income, but we were pretty close. Yeah, I mean, I needed 700 gold, yeah. Okay, well, we have enough to... Yeah, we're maxed out. Full potions, full high potions. I can go to the inn, I can save. We could totally level grind some more, but I'm not going to level grind right now. Are we... We're 31 minutes in already? Dang, we're going to have to end the episode before we go to the Earth Cave. Let's get... Oh, this is an odd encounter. This is an uncommon encounter compared to the typical ones. And I'm dead again. Alright, that's good. Did I save it after? Of course I did not. This is good. You know what? I should just reset when I get that encounter, because it's just a waste of time. Thank you, Hilgaigus. That's a good fight. Easy. Easy peasy. You know, the honest truth is, if you had ever been fortunate enough in the NES version to get to the point where a thief could kill a giant, or the Hilgaigus, in a single attack, you would have been so happy. Like, it's impossible. A thief in the NES solo... In the NES one, basically can never kill a giant in one hit. Maybe if you somehow get the Mazmune. But otherwise, their base weapon and their base accuracy pretty much never gets high enough that you could kill a giant in one hit. So, we are considerably stronger than our old-fashioned NES brethren would have been. And all I need to do is remember to save it, so that I don't die to dumb encounters that I don't run away from, and we'll be fine. Alright, so let's get out of here. Again, I'm sure you could get to level 30, but I'm not going to worry about level grinding too much. I mostly wanted the buckler and the high potions, because Crescent Lake's the earliest place you can buy high potions. I hate this fight so much. Wasting my time! I probably also should buy a few more antidotes. So let's take the long route back to Melmond. And we'll take a little stop, breather at Elfland. This is the, perhaps, well, not the least used port, but one of the rarely used ports in the game. There's a different one that I would say is the rarest. But, it's in a weird spot that I don't know why you'd ever really sail there. Anyway, what I want to do is buy a bigger stack of antidotes. That's more than I'm ever going to need, but now we definitely won't get poisoned for too long. Okay, so with that, let's get ourselves to Melmond and call it an episode. Next time, our first dive into the Earth Cave. Probably won't go super well. You know, the third floor with all the para-stun death. To be fair, I don't think... No, we've been stun locked once. The Geists, or whatever they're called, They managed to kill us once, but so far we've actually been quite lucky in avoiding deadly encounters where we get stun locked. The Thief, because he's faster, he goes first more often than the Knight did, and he's also a bit better at running. So he's got a much better chance of avoiding the really bad encounters, assuming you're allowed to run. So the third floor of the Earth Cave, he's probably going to be better at avoiding the wraiths and undead that can stun you. That's fine. Probably the birds that turn you to stone. He's going to be a little bit better at avoiding them. But the wizard encounters, or Pisco demons, you cannot run from. The Knight didn't have a huge problem with that. The Thief, though, well, the silver armlet will help, but they're still going to hit really hard, and we're going to have to kill them all to finish the fight, so that will be fun. Anyway, I guess that's it for today's episode. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for Earth Cave. Maybe we'll finish the whole thing. Who knows? That's a good joke. It's a good joke. See you next time, guys.